Welcome back, everybody, to the Seattle Mariners franchise, as we are very close to July, which means we are very close to the trade deadline. And the way this team is going right now, sitting at 34 and 52, we're probably just going to go right to the trade deadline, see if we want to make any moves with this team going forward, because obviously the season is not really going to be going anywhere. Right now, 22 and a half games out of the West. We're right there, 14 and a half games out of the wild card spot. There's no way it would need an epic comeback to even think about it. We just don't have the team this year. It's continuing building these young guys. So really just wanted to see if we go to the trade deadline, see if we make any moves, and then obviously get on later to possibly playing some young guys in September. And you can see Daniel Vogelbach, as we get to the All-Star break, will be our only All-Star. He actually won the first base vote, so he's actually a starter as well. So that is cool. At least they're the only All-Star from this team is going to be a starter. So that is fantastic there. As we sim through and get close to the trade deadline, you see the month of July not very good as well. And really the question is, what do we do with possibly D. Gordon? Do we get rid of him? He's 31 years old. His contract is up after this year. He will be a free agent. So far hitting .252 this season. Yeah, he'll be a free agent at age 31. So do we try to get rid of him? I'm not sure how much we can really get back. That's the real question about it. So does it make sense? Now, trying to look through a trade finder here and looking through possible prospects, there's not a whole lot there. There's not a whole, unless you're acquiring a top-of-the-line prospect, I don't really see a reason just to unload D. Gordon for any type of deal. We can re-sign him, so that is always a possibility. We can contract extend him, so unless we can get somebody, we're looking at Jeter Downs, possibly from the Red Sox. He's an A potential, but nothing really happened. So we just go to contract extensions, see if they maybe sign a one-year deal, and we'll bring him back for next year, and then we can deal with it then. That way it almost puts another, you can guarantee he's going to be a starter, and he takes a pay cut as well. $7 million over 1 year, we'll take that. So really no trades at all. He will be staying here for Mariners for another year. One person we will lose, that is Kyler Murray. Saw the debut of him. He's obviously going to be gone since we're in the month of July. He's going off to NFL training camp with the Arizona Cardinals. So he is gone. Braden Bishop will be brought up. It was cool to see Murray for what we could get out of him. But obviously as a number one pick quarterback, he is not going to be able to play baseball for the whole season as he goes back to the Arizona Cardinals. And look at this, Roy McMahon suffers a torn labrum. I was really hoping to see him here in September. As we get into September now, as he simmed through, I was really hoping to see if he could get some play with him and see how he worked out, but not this year. Maybe next year. He'll probably go into spring training, hopefully ready to go, and see if he possibly can make the big league team next year. So this is what we got going on right now. Trying to continue to see Jarrett Kalmyk, Evan White, who's up for Rookie of the Year considerations. Same with Carter Kieboom, seeing how those guys perform, and really just evaluating this roster here in this last month. Who's going to be the starter? Is Patrick Wisdom or possibly somebody else going to possibly get up there? Chancellor Cooper, who performed well since we played with him. He's been hitting well in AAA. He'll get a chance to come up and possibly play and possibly maybe win a role. I'm not sure. Obviously, I think he's only 28 years old. I think Jake Fraley will definitely be up in the majors. We'll get to see him. Somebody like Del VR will not be up. But yeah, Cuthbert, JP Crawford maybe possibly could be up as well. Now Harris Montero will stay down here in AAA. I don't really see anybody else. Yeah, Julio Rodriguez will stay as well. He's not going to be brought up this year. Maybe in spring training next year, we will see. Down here in AA, Addison Russell's really struggled. He went down. Same with Marte. Average has come up a little bit, and he still is showing the power with 21 homers this year, so that was good. At one point, he was just hitting barely 200, but at least he got it up near 220, so that's not that bad. At least he showed a little bit of improvement, but LVR really showed. He showed some improvement, came out of nowhere. That was outstanding, but Jake Fraley will be moved to the MLB squad coming into September, and yeah, Cuthbert was as well. I think we'll move him up. He looks like a decent hitter. Not too bad. Last year with the White Sox hit over 300. He's been pretty well with us in the minor leagues. And JP Crawford, I'm not sure what we really want to do with him. I'm not sure what he's got really for this, franchise. I'm not sure. He might be moved somewhat in the future. I don't know. I don't really see a future with him. As for pitching, right now, the only person I'm possibly going to see, as we'll go through see everybody's how they're doing this year, as you see Logan Gilbert Right now, struggling a little bit with a 4.91 ERA, but I'm willing to obviously not going anywhere this season. Just continue to get those starts, continue to get that experience, because next year we're going to count on him a lot more. And I'm going to say this right now, as we're getting close to the offseason. Season number 3, we're going to go as much in as we possibly can. You know, we're going to try to turn this thing around as quick as possible, and hopefully in year 3 we can actually think about possibly, I would say even more than playing 500 baseball, I want to get close to a possible playoff spot. That's what I'm trying to think, and we'll see what we do in free agency / trades in the offseason. So that'll be for then. Right now it's just evaluating guys to see who's going to be on the roster this coming up next year that we already have on this team. As you saw in the rotation, I think a guy we're going to try out is possibly the guy we acquired in the trade with St. Louis, and that's Genesis Cabrera. I think there's a possibility that I think we're going to start with him, bring him up to the big leagues here in September, and give him a start. Matt Lynn, our number 1 pick, definitely maybe next year at some point. Same with Raymond Dew. Possibly next year we'll start them into AAA for sure, and then see how they perform there, maybe, and how many starts, depending who's in their rotation, not sure. But guys like that. Same with Justin Dunn, Jason Mota. Those are guys, if they perform well, definitely could make a rotation for sure. So we might have a big competition next season in spring training for that 5th spot in the rotation. It could be interesting to see what's going to happen. So Cody Anderson, I know he's 28, 29 years old, but he's going to get an opportunity here. We're going to bring him up to the big leagues. He's performing very well. Just see what he's got. I'm not sure if he'll be a starter in the future. Possibly could be a reliever. But Genesis Cabrera, he's only 24 years old. We're going to move him up, and he'll get a start here in the big leagues. See what he has. And just one of those guys that, you know, we have I have to say in the pitching depth, we have a lot of prospects we got. So there's a good chance that not all of them are going to be around, and possibly some could be traded for a bigger chip. We will see. But Genesis Cabrera is going to start this ball game, his first ever major league start here in Seattle against this A's team, facing another young pitcher in A.J. Puk. So that should be an interesting matchup. And here we go against the A's. As Cabrera's pitch there with nobody down. This one's absolutely ripped, but Frawley can't come up with it. So on his way to second, looking for 3 with a leadoff triple, and he'll be in there with a triple. What a way to start the ball game. Franklin Barreto, and maybe a misplay by Frawley in center. And this is going to lead to a ground out to Kaiboom at short, but the run is going to score, and just like that, 2 batters in. The A's have the lead 1-0 here. And here comes Marcus Semien. Look at his average. Absolutely killing it this year. Possible free agent next year. A's will have to re-sign him as he hits this one into right. Lewis over. He can't come up with it. Not enough speed there. So maybe 2 misplays. He's going for 3 as well. But the relay throw is going to get him at third. So excellent play there by the defense, making up for missing maybe a possible play out there and right. And taking a look at this lineup, they are number 1 in the AL in home runs. This is a big power lineup, big power team. Trying to make the playoffs are the A's. And you got guys like Semien, Olson, Biscotti, Chris Davis, Matt Chapman. They can crush the ball. And speaking of one of them, here we go. Here's Matt Olson. He's going to rip this one down to first. But up with it, out number 3. So just 1 run allowed here in the first by Cabrera. And that'll bring up A.J. Puk, another youngster here. 4-13 on the season. Really struggling, but he has a bright future, that is for sure. So here's Jarrett Kalmyk moving up to the lineup now. With a few moves, he's going to pop this one up. And this should be an easy out there in center field. And that will be put away. But he's barely improved later in the season, so that is very good to see. As we head to the second inning, man on first here for Chris Davis. Nobody down. 0-2 pitch to Davis. He's going to rip this one. That is going to be trouble. That is going to be in the gap. Frawley going to be over it. I think a man will score as Frawley against the wall. Davis will stay at second base, and there is a run scored. So, getting to this young pitcher, maybe settle down the nerves a little bit. Just settle down here in your major league start as Davis gets the double. But gotta just make sure you reduce the damage here, as that is going to be a walk there to Chad Pinder. It's going to bring out Sean Murphy. You can see the season he's having as well. So 1-2 count. He's going to foul that one away with 1 down. Love a ground ball here to possibly get out of this inning. Pitch, but he's going to get him looking on the strikeout there. Fastball high and away. And that's Cabrera's first major league strikeout. And now I'll try to get out of this inning as Barreto comes to the plate. 0-1 pitch to him. Nice inside fastball there. Nice pitch. So 0-2 count. Pitch. And gets him on the changeup. Only allows one here in the second, but nice job getting out of the jam as Evan White will come to the plate here in the second inning. Like I said, he's up for some Rookie of the Year possibilities. He's having a very, very good season. Almost hitting around 300, around 20 home runs. Looking good there as he rips a base hit there right up to center field with one down here in the second. And that's going to bring up Chancellor Cooper. Chance to make a name for himself, possibly take over the position over Patrick Wisdom. He's got 2 on here with one down. He's going to hit this one, bloops into left field. White's going to come home and score, so we get one back. So Cuthbert comes up with a nice hit there, just bloops it in, gets the base hit. Run will score. All right, 2-1 ball game. Continue to hit like that. That's what you want to see. And here comes Jake Frawley, Major League debut. And here we go. He has a chance himself as he swings through with the curveball. I have to say the outfield as well is kind of stacked in the minor leagues. We got Rodriguez just sitting down there, as that is going to be a fly ball out there, and that is going to move the man over to third. But still, there's plenty of guys in the outfield as well that are outstanding, and we already have Kalmyk up here. So Kyle Lewis trying to make a position for himself as well. Trying to improve here and trying to show what he can do and possibly could be the starter next year. As a 3-2 count, he's going to ground this one over to short, over to first, so the run won't score there, as that's going to be the end of the second inning, and game remains at 2-1. So we've had 2 runs here in the first 2 innings. Let's see if Cabrera can settle down. Maybe those 2 last strikeouts really helped him, as Canna's going to go down swinging there for strike 3. And now 0-2 count here to Simeon. Pitch to Simeon. Gets him low on that fastball. So Cabrera looks like he's got a bit of a groove here, settled down, and here comes Matt Olson to the plate. 0-2 count here to Olson. Gets him swinging low on that changeup. So showing some good stuff is Cabrera, coming back in that third inning, striking out the side. And the game remains here at 2-1 as we head now to the fourth inning. As Stephen Biscotti is going to lead off this fourth for the A's. Grounds this one down the third, and there's Cuthbert up with the play over to first, and he's got him with the out. Excellent job there, showing the bat, showing the defense, showing why maybe he should be the starter. And now Chris Davis to the plate. Hit the double earlier. And look at Cuthbert again. Over to first, making 2 terrific plays. Getting Davis over at first, showing the defense, showing the range. And he is really starting to impress right now. I have to say, if he continues this, there's going to be a good opportunity next year where he is going to go in as our starting third baseman, depending what happens in maybe free agency. But here he comes to the plate. 6 for 12 so far in the limited action he's had since coming up to the plate. He's going to rip this one. Let's see if this one gets down. That's going to be an out, but still the RBI earlier, the 2 great defensive plays in the previous inning. So far impressing, that is for sure. As we head to the top of the 5th, one down here, Bretta to the plate, and he goes down swinging on the strikeout. So Cabrera's got that strikeout working so far in this ball game. 2-2 count, and that's another one there to Mark Canna. Sit down, end of the 5th here. Game remains 2-1 as Cabrera, since that second inning, has looked fantastic. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Kyle Lewis to the plate, and Lewis is going to tie this ball game up with nobody down here in the 5th. That is an absolute blast oppo for Kyle Lewis, and I tell you what, another guy that's trying to impress here, maybe win a starting job in the outfield next year, gets one there. And now we still got something going in the 5th as Carter Kaiboom's going to rip this one. Base hit. So man go to first and second now with one down. And yeah, the A's coming over to take a chat as Vogelbach comes to the plate. Puck struggling a little bit here. He's going to walk Vogelbach there. Bases loaded. One down here in the 5th. Chance to take the lead. And here comes Evan White to the plate. Singled earlier. Has a chance to do some damage. Pitch to him. That's going to take that one low. So 1-1 count here to White. Hits this one up the middle. Could be a double play, and that's exactly what it's going to be. Double play to end the inning, and we leave the bases loaded. Go to the 6th. Cabrera still in this ball game and gets Matt Olson swinging through another time. Strikes him out once again. And here comes Stephen Biscotti now with 2 down. Pitch to him. He's going to ground this one over. D. Gordon is going to be up with it. That'll be out number 3. And Cabrera goes through 6. Has a chance to possibly win the game if we can get the lead here for him in the 6th. We got 2 down, and Jake Frawley coming to the plate. 2-2 count to him, and the pitch. And he's going to hit this one. That one is a rocket to the right field. That's going to get to the wall. So Frawley is going to be on his way to second base. He's got himself a double. And there you go. That is his first major league hit here in his debut. So he gets a double here with 2 outs and a chance to add on some runs and take the lead. And here comes Kyle Lewis, who tied it up with the solo home run in the 5th. As that's going to be a strike outside and a nice slider there. 0-2 count to him, and that's going to be a ground ball over to third. Chapman up with it and over to first, and we'll get him. And that will be the end of the 6th inning as Blackburn gets out of that. He's still got Cabrera here in the 7th, performing well. Only at 76 pitches. As Chapman up, get a ground ball. Can we turn the double play? And that's exactly what we're going to do, is turn the double play. And those are inning killers, that is for sure. But still, the A's come right back with a few hits. And now here comes Franklin Barreto trying to take the lead here as Cuthbert puts it in front of him over to first, and he gets him out. So Cabrera gets out on another jam here in the 7th. And let's head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Still a 2-2 ball game. And D. Gordon here to lead this one off. So pitch from Blackburn. Gordon's going to rip this one. That's going to be a base hit into center field. And with his speed, he's going to look for more. On his way to second, and Gordon is in there with a double. Maybe that's why we kept him. He can hit those. He can use his speed. Pretty good fielder. And here we go into the 7th inning, trying to get a rally going and get a win for Cabrera. Kalmyk with the hit. That's going to be through. That's going to be a base hit. Gordon on his way to the plate. And the throw's going to be offline, and Gordon will score. And we've taken the lead here in the 7th. And a chance now for Genesis Cabrera to get a victory, as now he is in line for the win. So let's see, we're not out of the 7th yet, as Kaiboom's going to come to the plate. That's going to be hit. Barreto can't come up with it. Both men are going to be safe there at first. Could have been a double play. They're actually going to call that a base hit. I think that's an interesting call there. Probably could have been an error. But base hit, 2 on, nobody down. And here comes Vogelbach to the plate. Pitch to him. He's going to rip this one. This would be definitely 2. Over to first. Double play there. So man advances to third base, but a double play really knocks out this inning, you would think. Evan White now to the plate, chance with a base hit to score another run. So pitch to him. This one's going to be hit over to Barreto, and he's going to bobble it there. He's up with it, but White's going to be safe. Second time in this inning, Barreto's had some troubles without the double play to really get nobody on, and now E4 there is going to score a run, so puts the lead up to 4-2. So now first and second now with Cuthbert coming to the plate. Chance to continue this 7th as he's going to single this one base into the left field. Lewis is going to be on his way to the plate. Throw there is going to be offline, and we score another run. So the inning continued on that Barreto error, and now it's 5-2 as we've really built this lead up as Cuthbert comes through with another big hit. As Jake Frawley trying to continue this wild 7th. That one's going to be up the middle, but what a play there by Marcus Semien. Throws it over, gets the out to end this inning, but we add 3 in the 7th, and now let's go to the bullpen and hopefully secure a win for Genesis Cabrera. Pitched really well. 7-8, 7 2 earned 9 Ks. After that second inning, he just absolutely dominated, looked very well. So let's hopefully our bullpen can take care of it here. As here comes Matt Olson to the plate with 2 down, trying to get out of this inning really quick. 1-2 count. And Olson swings through on the changeup for strike 3. He has had a rough game in this ball game with the hat trick, 3 Ks. And now we go to the 9th. Matt McGill trying to get save number 27 on the season and get a victory here in Seattle, up 5-2. It's going to be Piscotty up first. Swings through the fastball. He can go sit down. 1 down here in the 9th. Here comes Chris Davis. 1-2 count to Chris Davis. And he swings through the changeup low. 2 down here in the 9th. 1 out away from a victory. Matt Chapman out of the plate. 0-1 count to Chapman. Swings through on the slider there. 1 pitch away from getting a victory here. 0-2 pitch. Fastball high up. Gets him looking. Strike 3. McGill strikes out the side. And Genesis Cabrera, when it looked like it was going to be a rough start, settles down. Offense does the job there in the 7th. And we get a victory out of this. And he gets his first win of his major league career. And we get the victory 5-2. So everybody contributed there. Everybody getting a hit. Looking good there. Cuthbert just looked really good. 2 RBI, 2 really fantastic defensive plays, and Cabrera, 7 innings, like I said, 9 Ks after that second inning, really looked good. And maybe next time we'll see Cody Anderson, see what he's got to play a game with him, give both of those guys that came up a start, and trying to make a name for himself. Maybe we see Logan Gilbert. I think we're really just going to, continue to look at him and see what he does, how he finishes this season. But that was good to see. Good to see some youngsters come up make some nice plays, and a guy like Chancellor Cooper, who's been in the majors before, trying to continue and make a name for himself and come back strong and possibly win his starting spot. So that is good to see. I think we'll do this one more time with Anderson in September, see some more young guys, and then possibly get into the offseason, season number 3. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay safe out there. And also, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.